Hey everybody, how's it going? Hopefully you're having a great day today. Hopefully you're staying warm in this cold weather. So today we're going to look at AMD and why it is jumping today. So there's a new analyst rating for $250 a share for a 1 year price target. And that equals to about a double from where it is now. And it is moving because this came out just before the market opened. So let's take a look at this. AMD has not performed well recently within the past 3-4 years. It has been completely flat. If we look at the graph, we're basically buying at the same price as it was, let's just say about July 2021, which is 3.5 years ago almost. And factoring in inflation, it's an even longer time period of just poor performance. So we can see that it came down with everything in tech in 2022 and quickly went up, but it didn't keep up that momentum that Nvidia did and the other tech plays did, and it has come down very dramatically ever since then, by a really large percent. So it's looking like an interesting buy because it is a quality company. It's one of the leaders in AI and data centers, overall semiconductors. It's just a really quality company. And let's take a look at some of the numbers. So this is the analyst rating that came out right before market open today, $250 a share for a 1 year price target. So obviously they are a leader in data centers, and a lot of this business has yet to grow. So there's a lot of projections that this is going to be a really big business segment for them, and it's already proven to be. But it's still in the growth phase. It's still growing a lot. There's a lot of different sectors that are not doing that well, like gaming with AMD. So most of these companies are extremely cyclical, and they go through these growth cycles and cooling cycles. So different companies, they buy and upgrade their equipment and all that stuff during different phases. So it seems like the business has cooled down a little bit, but if you're bullish long term, then it's looking like a pretty good entry for this company. So let's just take a look, right? Essentially, if we look at the forecast for EPS, let's just look at EPS first. So from 2023, every 2 years, they're looking to double their EPS according to these analyst forecasts, right? There are quite a lot of analysts, there's a lot of coverage, but overall, right, from 2023, we're going from $2.50 of EPS to $5. And then from 2025, we're going to $10 in 2027. So if we look at the numbers, the EPS growth is going to decrease the forward PE by a lot. So right now we're at 125. Let's take a look at the calculator. If we do 125 divided by, let's just do 2025 numbers, 5.1, right? That gives us a 24 forward PE. And if we were to look at 2027 numbers, that's going to give us, let's just say it's 10, right? It's going to be a 12 forward PE. So in terms of just looking at the price to earnings ratio, which is a really basic number that we can look at, right, with the analyst projections, then it's a really cheap stock going into the next 2, 3, 4 years, right? So overall, if you were looking for a good entry opportunity into this company, it's starting to look pretty nice. And with these projections coming in, it's looking even better, right? And the thing is, this stock has been getting a lot of attention on the internet recently. I'm always looking on the internet, always looking at different sources, different YouTubers, different Reddit posts and stuff. And AMD is looking like it's reaching a bottom with its sentiment, right? People are calling it advanced money destroyer. So many different things that people are just selling out, giving up on the stock. And we see this all the time, right? Be greedy when others are fearful. And it seems like AMD is reaching that point. I mean, Lisa Su, the CEO, was just named the CEO of the year. I don't know how they go about doing that, right? How they go about choosing. I didn't really look into it, but it's a pretty good sign. She is a really great CEO. ever since she came on as CEO onto this company. I think they've 20x'd their stock price since then. Obviously, it's in a really great sector, right? I'm not really that invested in the whole semiconductor industry, actually. I only have a few shares of AMD, a few shares here and there, and overall not super invested. But I always like to see where there's opportunity, and it seems like an opportunity is slowly opening up for AMD. So in any kind of business, there can always be multiple players, right? If we look at the fintech or payments, there's Visa and MasterCard, there's always going to be competitors. Both companies can succeed. And this can be the case for both NVIDIA and AMD, right? AMD really took over where Intel fell short with their CPUs, and they are continuously innovating and growing into these really, really lucrative sectors. So yeah, these are all things that make me want to take a deeper look at AMD, right? Really see if there is value to be had for the next few years. And I really don't mind owning stocks of AMD because, the next few years are going to be really nice to see if those EPS estimates do become true. And if they do become true, then, a forward P of 10 to 20 is really low for this kind of company. So like I said, AMD is in a really cyclical kind of sector, right? Semiconductors. And their growth has really cooled down from, this huge jump from 2021, 2022. And the revenue has been flat, a little bit down. And we just need to take a look at this. If they are able to really execute and continue growing their revenue, their top line, they'll be able to double their revenue from 2024 into 2027 from this $25 billion to almost $50 billion. So obviously, this is going to be really key if they're able to execute on this growth, right? Both EPS and revenue from 2024 to 2027, essentially doubling on both of these metrics, right? Then this will really prove that the company is worth this price. Because at this point, at these numbers that we're at, it's still quite expensive, right? But looking at the forward estimates, it's reasonable. So there is risk, right? If the company doesn't execute well, if growth slows down, right? We're in a slowing down phase of data centers or AI, then it's not going to be looking good for this company. But yeah, definitely from what we're hearing from the largest companies that are buying products from AMD, from NVIDIA, they're not really slowing down, right? They're still continuously investing into AI, into data centers, into their server capacities, all that kind of stuff really boosts these kind of companies. And so for me, what I'll be doing personally is adding this company to my cash secured put list, right? I have a list of companies that I'm looking to sell cash secured puts on. So a couple of them I'm still really considering, right? Transmedics Group, I'm still considering. There's not a lot of volume on their options, and they don't have very good strike prices, right? They don't have like weekly options as much. It's more monthly. And Elf Beauty, I'm still really assessing this company, as well as AMD, right? These are companies I'm still really researching, as well as Celsius also. About 4 of these companies I'm still really doing more research, seeing their long-term potentials. And AMD is on that list as well. They have pretty good options premium. It's not the highest, but it's still pretty good, right? It's still not bad. And I wouldn't mind selling some cash secured puts, right? Not getting assigned in the beginning and just getting some income from this company, from the options that I would be selling. And right, at this point, we're still in a downtrend, right? Lower highs, lower lows. If we do see a come back up and a come back down, I wouldn't be surprised. So I just want to mitigate that risk, right, in this company, because I don't know everything, right? I would be lying to you if I said I knew everything about this company. And the honest truth is I look at so many different companies, and once I do find a great company, I research it a lot. With this company, I haven't done as much research, and it's just one of those companies that I'm adding to my list, right? So I'm doing a strategy that is less risky, in my opinion, right, for what I want to do. And at the same time, I can see its merits, right? I can see that this is a company that's worth taking a better look at. So that is exactly what I'll be doing. I'll be doing cash secured puts on my Fidelity account, and honestly, I'll probably allocate just one contract, right? Because the stock price is at $125, right? So that's about $12,000 a contract. I think that's fine, right? Because I would be allocating, because there are so many other opportunities for me to look at. There's a lot of other companies that I want to own more of and make an income with. So I would only be doing like one contract, and just doing it weekly, selling it every single week. Whether I buy shares or not, I will let you guys know. At this point, that's what I'm going to be comfortable with and what I want to be doing. So hopefully you guys liked the video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.